And I'm sucking right now. You're watching me suck. Good news.
I can't swallow that. Well then, good news. It's a suppositor.
And a channel, and I just don't know it. And it'll always be someone that's nothing showing for my mental, nothing, and you just want to attack me randomly. However, anyone that's willing to do that it's just, they're probably the talking head, the 0 short, a 1 minute short. And I got my first hater today on YouTube, King K Ferdinand. Thank you. Now I will refrain from doing this in the future to give like haters love and stuff, but I'm genuinely excited. It goes to show you're finally doing something when you're getting haters, and you know, people will take the time out of their day just to be like freak. And so what he said was, you know, for one of mine, it was the one where I said take 20. It was late night as usual, and I couldn't remember the quote for the life of me. And I did eventually. It was about tolerating. It was just a couple days ago. Like, you get what you tolerate. And there, you see, I did it perfectly there. And so he's like, he couldn't remember the quote, and it's lazy content. And I'm like, okay, this is great, because the old me would have been like annoyed, maybe even a little pissed. However, I know what it takes to post every day. I looked at his YouTube, and I'll show screenshots there. 0 videos posted. The dude's doing nothing. I have multiple YouTubes, multiple Instagrams, so I'm actually trying. I'm actually trying things. So for someone, it's always the person that has nothing going on, they're trying nothing, that will say the most and be the loudest. And it'll always be someone that's doing nothing, like worse than you, right? That will have something to say. Those always doing better than you will never have something like negative to like push you down. At least that's been my my reality so far. And what I'm happy about is that he doesn't know. So the talking head, the 0 to 100, right? Everything I'm doing, they're supposed to be just this. I add the captions, and I add background music, and sometimes I add images. That's editing. I edit, and so you know it's truly lazy if it's just this. It'll be just this, no captions, no music in the background, no images, no screenshots, because that takes editing. And if any of you have done editing, even if we're talking about the specific video, if you go back to look at it, I tried to time. Have you ever tried to time music with when someone's talking, and when they pause, you try to have the music spot where if it naturally pauses, you pause it at that time too, so that it matches up, syncs up. That is so hard. That takes time. So you get it. That relationship, they are not ideal, but you tolerate it, so you're there, right? Just know also it comes from someone who's never dabbled in any kind of marketing or any kind of like YouTube stuff, where it's hard. It takes time. Some of the hardest thing is finding the right song for the video, and I suck so many times. I randomly threw out one of mine that failed is anime. I threw out anime background music to one of my talking heads, and it's because I love anime, so I knew it would suck. I told it doesn't vibe, the pace is off with my talking. However, I love anime, so I want to give a shout out to anime, so I did. And the Ghibli Studios, I forget his name, Nawasaki. I always want to say Kawasaki. I don't know what it is. You know who I'm talking about. Prince Mononoke guy, the creator. So yeah, I knew that would fail, but I did it anyway. So anything, I'm just happy with my reaction. I actually got a hater one, Ferdinand. I hope you find happiness. I hope you find something, you know, somewhere, and you're able to create content. At least I'm trying. At least look, and what's so funny, I'll post a screenshot too. Yesterday I was sending, I've been editing a 30-minute video down to like 20 minutes, 15. And out of that, I'm making a short, a 1 minute short. And it's 10 reasons why you shouldn't follow me. So I thought it was funny, but I'm a lot of things. I'm inappropriate, I'm loud, I'm strange, I'm random. I'm so random, I'm so ADD in the sense I get distracted, I forget a lot, even though I do remember a lot at the same time. This is why I'm continuously reading, is to keep things fresh in my mind. However, I'm not lazy. That's one thing I'm not. I'm a lot of things though. I'm not perfect at all. And that longer video is pretty much me saying, look, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't follow me, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm just recording it. I'm recording, trying to figure out life. That's it. This is like my journal that's going online. And, you know, hopefully it'll bring some value, some good to you guys. So some mistakes that you guys don't have to do, because you're like, oh, this guy did this, and that was a no bueno, whatever it may be. And so at least I'm trying, and at least I'm posting things out there. I'm throwing it out there. So I want to come up here and this might be a B-roll, so you'll see something else while I'm talking. This might be I'm talking in my car right now. I don't know. However, I just wanted to get on here and say, I finally did it. Mom, Dad, I made it. I got my first hater, freaking King K. You're awesome, man. I obviously just don't subscribe. And I kind of feel bad if that's the only video you saw. You obviously clearly don't know my channel. I try to give value even in my daily quotes. And sometimes I fail at it. Sometimes I don't. I struggle still. And there's moments where I literally won't, like, I'll have issues. Like YouTube has given me issues before, and I didn't post till 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. But I still posted. I freaking set an alarm to wake up again just so I post. I tell myself I'll post every day regardless. In a 24-hour period, I'm like, we're going Australian style or something. You know, in my head, I'm like, we're still going to post every dang day. And at least I'm doing that, dude. At least I'm trying. Ferdinand, you got to understand, when you're throwing yourself out there, you just got to start. And what you're seeing is the start. You'll see some content, some videos that have a lot more edits and a lot more time taken into it. When you do 9 to 5, you don't always have the time. I always complain about not having an editor and all that. And so, you know, eventually this will be a thing of the past where I'll have an editor and it will look nice and fancy the way I want it. I want it to look super nice, to be like something like, dang, this is cool. If I could and not get copyright, my lifting workouts would just be like me, like cool lighting, lifting intensely, and the cool music, like really cool music, maybe some some B-roll talking, because that's the type of content I like to work out to, do cardio to, where it's like inspiring, motivating, and it's people being real, authentic, and because Instagram is so fake, YouTube is so fake, so I'm showing my loserness, my loser status, and I'm being authentic about it, and at the same time I'm trying to do something about it. So dude, you don't have anywhere else to go. Like, you don't have to subscribe to me, you don't. And if you stop by and watch, and that's all you got out of it, I'm sorry. You should have tried more. I recognize that you haven't seen any of my other videos, and that's okay. Like, it's also, first thing I thought was like, is there something I can learn from this? Is there like truth to it? And like I said, with the laziness, the talking heads should be lazy. I'm taking the extra time to put music and stuff when I shouldn't. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be more lazy on that. So yeah, there is purposely lazy. Like, I should be lazy on these 100 out of 100 streak. However, I kind of get OCD, and I want to put some music or some images, some captions at the very least. I'll put in, sometimes I'll do something with the audio to increase it. So I know Instagram and YouTube, like you guys are used to a very certain pace. So I'll play with that just to make sure you guys can stay, like, this is not boring and this is entertaining, because within 3 seconds you made decisions to scroll on or not. So whatever. So all that to say, I'm so proud of myself, my reaction, because the old me would have been like, oh man, I know me, dude. I'm throwing myself out there in the pitch of this bad, in the sucky of sucks. I'm still struggling. I'm still losing. And in many ways, I have the only result I have of all my efforts is my physical results. That's nothing showing for my mental, nothing showing, unless you got to know me from real life, nothing showing for my financial, nothing showing for like my relational, until honestly I get to a relationship and I get to practice that. However, I put in a lot of work, so I know me, and you don't know me. So I'm sorry your judgment is false, but come again if you want. And I'm just happy I got my first hater. This is great. This is awesome. Like, this is good news. If you guys seen Futurama, fun fact, I haven't seen Futuramas, but I know the good news.
I can't swallow that. Well then, good news. It's a suppository.
And I know Fufu for some reason. Death by Fufu. All right, so that's it. There's my ADD going in, my randomness. Once again, another reason why you should not watch me. And I just want to be transparent here. I'm doing the best I can. I suck in many ways, and like I said, I took it to heart in the sense like, maybe that one did suck. I'm like, no, that was take 20. Like, I freaking tried, and I still posted it. Most of you guys, like guys like him, I should say, after 20 tries, you would not post it. You'd be like, you know what, frick this, I'm going to bed. It was midnight or whatever it was, and then I was still doing cardio, finishing cardio. I don't know, like I was putting in the effort, and I did. I still go and post every day, even knowing that it's going to be a terrible take. Even like there's certain nights I just can't get the quotes, or I can't get my mind straight. It's okay, I still post. I just want to show you guys can do it too. We're gonna post ugly. It's gonna be crappy at first. You're gonna suck at first, and I'm sucking right now. You're watching me suck, and at the same time, I know if I'm being lazy or not. And that was not lazy. I was actually trying. Could I have done better? Always. I can always do better. That's why we're doing this. So thank you, King K, or whatever your name was, Fernand. And at the same time, bugger on off. Do it yourself. Try it yourself. Once you've done it yourself, then let's talk. We can have a nice, cordial conversation, and we can suck together, dude. Because I'm sure you suck even more. I don't know. Maybe you have an amazing million YouTuber channel, and I just don't know it. What? It's a second channel, right? And you just want to attack me randomly. However, anyone that's willing to do that is just, they're probably just having a bad day. That's how I view it. They're not having a good day, or maybe a good life, but definitely not a good day. They're like, man, this just sucked. I was coming here for, whatever expectations, and I didn't get what I wanted. Yeah, that's life, dude. All right, that's enough. I'm just happy that we got a hater, guys. We freaking got a hater. We did it. This is just the beginning. Like I said, I'm still editing a lot of videos, but you will get them. You will get them. They will come. And if you stayed this long throughout the video, thank you for the support. And at the same time, we're still going. We're struggling the whole way through, but we're going. And that's what I want to show. So thank you for the support.